this is quite the predicament to be in. But before I show you guys what happens here, let's go over how to fight with the Rex. Alright guys, now that the Rex has Deep Rumble, which reduces incoming damage by 20%, I would highly recommend using that over Tyrant's Roar. I would highly recommend using the Balanced Rex over the Speed or Attack Rex. After the update, they did reduce the amount of health that the Rex has, so the Attack Rex isn't as viable, especially without the Thick Hide. I would use the Tail Attack over the Balanced Tail, just because the Rex can only bite. It doesn't have a Claw Attack or anything like that. And then I would also not use the Lightweight Hide because it turns you into a bus. So now that you guys know what I like to use, let's get into some strategies. So one of the best things that you can do if you're playing with an additional friend is actually do a run by, where you bone break whatever the opponent is, and then the second Rex will come up and start attacking them, because more times than not, they're gonna pay attention to the first Rex. So with this clip, I wanted to show you guys the Eotrike with sharpened horns versus the Rex with Deep Rumble, and the Rex gets the first bite. So even with the Rex biting first, the Eo and the Rex actually both attacked 11 times. Now if you are able to catch an Eo out of stamina, or he already used his Sharpened Horns ability, this is what's going to happen. The Sharpened Horns on the Eo actually increases their damage by 30%. So as you can see there, it will give you a guaranteed win against a defense EO. For my last example guys, I just want to show you why it's a bad idea to charge your Bone Break and Face Tank. So while we were waiting for the cooldown to be able to bite, the EO was able to do a good portion of our health, roughly 30-35%, and this picture on screen shows you how much damage we did with that Bone Break. Alright, now let's get into some of the gameplay with the Rex. He tried to block my attack, which he should know that that's not going to block the Bone Break. And this is where things start to get really interesting. Looks like this Rex just logged in beside me, and I can also see an Anno behind him. Well, made short work of that Rex. If you guys are ever in a popular area, don't feel bad for these people. They play in groups of 15 sometimes, and they will hunt single dinosaurs. Doesn't matter if you are on a juvenile or an adult, they will all team up against you, and this is why they make a lot of mistakes. As you can see here, more and more of them just keep logging in. This Rex isn't on debuff, he's just not good because he's used to having 14 other people to help him. Man, that Rex is one shot away. Okay, so far we killed a Sty, a Rex, almost have another Rex dead, and the Anno's almost dead. There will come a moment where you know you're not going to survive the encounter, so just try and take as many with you as you can. Nothing brings me more joy than killing these predators. Now, if you're in this situation and you do have stamina, the best thing that you could do would be to run to the water. I bet they bragging globally. So the Spino can kill you fairly easily on land if they know what they're doing, but most of them don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna try and get the bone break to prevent him from getting to the water. Now that we landed that, we just try and tail ride him. Now I did do a quick bone break just because I wasn't sure how much stamina he had or what his health was. Super unfortunate that his head made it to the water, but the rest of his body didn't. Now I see an EO, which is a huge problem, but he doesn't know that I don't have deep rumble. I can see that it's a speed EO, which means it's 10% weaker than a defense EO. He just tried to sharpen horns, which is way too late to try and sharpen horns. Like I said, guys, guaranteed win as soon as they start trying to sharpen horns during the fight. Thankfully, this Rex was only looking for food. Okay guys, so get this. I made you a chart to show you what you should and should not fight if you're starting out on the Rex. So the 6 dinos at the bottom I didn't put into the chart, mainly because they're not really a threat unless there's huge numbers of them. Also, for this chart, any of these dinos can be very difficult to fight. It depends on the player's skill level, but making this chart, I assume that both players are of equal skill level, and it is, again, a 1v1. So do me a favor, guys, if you disagree with this, let me know in the comments below, but make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe. So I decided rather than collecting all these flowers to get back to adult, I'm just gonna go for the aloe to get the trophy. Some days I swear it feels like the Rex's sprint is like as fast as I can walk back. Now if you guys watched my aloe video, you would know how to handle this situation against a Rex. He should be able to beat me. He's running a little bit too far on the outside, so he's not going to be able to get behind me. Another really bad example of bone breaking an aloe. The smart thing that the aloe is doing is he is making me burn my stam. I'm starting to regret my decision on trying to kill this speed allo, but I can't just disengage now because there's two. As usual, you start to see the mix pack all logging in. We have a sty here now, so I have to play more defensively. If you're ever fighting a dino with a charge ability, try to get onto rocks or like behind a log, something to hinder their movement. Let me know in the comments below what you would do in this situation. As you can see right there, that sty just tried to charge me, but it didn't register. Always, always, always use your terrain to your advantage. I guess a 5v1 wasn't good enough, so now they pulled out a EO. So I'm assuming the EO was missing a little bit of health and he was trying to heal, or he was waiting for them to wound me a little bit before he went in. So I skipped ahead about 40 seconds. It was just the Packy trying to hit me and he wasn't making contact most of the time. Now that I see the EO using his sharpened horns, it's time to go. If you're running from an EO and he hasn't used his charge yet, try to stay near a tree or a rock, something to block him from charging into you, because they have a really bad turn radius. Conveniently, he stopped his charge before he got to me. I don't have many options here. I'm really banking on him being too afraid to follow me. And this is why the foul didn't get placed on the chart. And it was at this moment that I realized this wasn't just an EO and 5 small tiers. This was half of the server. And just when you guys thought that I would die, I didn't. I successfully safe logged. If this video helped you, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.